Hey, greetings my fellow samurai. How we doing? Thank you so much for watching my previous video, the Gosaku Armour showcase. Had a lot of positive feedback on it too, and it was fun to make, and I enjoyed it as well. And like I said, I'm now going to move on to the Ghost Armour. So to begin with, the Ghost Armour, it's actually my favourite armour at this point. And if I'm honest, when I think about all of the armours in the game, I mean, they're all effective, they're all fun to use, but my personal favourite is the Ghost Armour. I think, I also believe, depending on what you do with this armour, I think it may actually be the most effective or the most powerful in the entire game. And I'll tell you why I think that is, I'll also show you. To begin with, this is maxed out. Not only did I fully upgrade it on a regular playthrough, but I upgraded it on New Game Plus as well. So the stats that you're seeing here are the New Game Plus upgrades. It doesn't change by a huge amount between the two game modes, but enemy detection speed is reduced by 50%, which is very, very good. It reduces the number of kills needed to enter Ghost Stance by 2, so instead of it being 7 kills, it's going to be 5, which is awesome if you love to use the Ghost Stance. And kills have a 40% chance to terrify a nearby enemy. And that's just kills. Any type of kill that you get, no matter what, it could terrify the enemy. It's always fun. These are the charms that I put on it. My personal preferences, of course, is up to you what you want to do. But I've got the Charm of the Blazing Flame and Ghostly Fury. Those two are New Game Plus charms, just for the record, because the way the flame inflicts additional damage with heavy attacks and spreads fire to nearby enemies, which is crazy. And of course, if you like to use the Ghost Stance frequently, then you need the Charm of Ghostly Fury as well. The rest of them is just up to you, really. I added a reduction in enemy detection speed by 15% and increases resolve gains by a major amount. That's a combination. Ghost weapons do 20% more damage. Effects with a percentage chance to occur are 50% more likely, and increases health and melee damage by a major amount. Not too bad. Not too bad. Again, that's just what I prefer. So you can just have a little read of what I've got there. You don't have to use it, but I'd highly recommend it. Either way, if you want to turn this armor into something that's really OP, this is how you go about doing it. So have a little look there. Yeah, so once you get that out of the way, it's up to you. Depends on how many charms you have as well. You know, there's a lot of charms to unlock in the game. But I think when it comes to the charms, a lot of them are highly effective on various types of armor. They mix very well together. So this first little section here, when I was in the middle of this fight, I deliberately let a couple of the guys hit me. Now if you look at my Ghost Stance in the corner, it's 5 kills. However, the game still treats the armor as though it requires 7 kills. So I'm able to take 2 additional hits before I start losing the digits when I actually get hit further. See, I had to be hit 3 times before I actually lost one of the digits there. That's it's kind of like an exploit, really, in a way. But it's one that they just left in the game. See, my Ghost Stance is back up to max again. It's gone back down. But if I get a few more kills, it goes back up to 7. Even though you can't see it, it's still there. I think that's very cheeky, personally. But you may notice a bunch of these guys fell to their asses. That's how often you scare them. It works with the mythic attacks as well. Now you see this? That's what that charm does. You set one of them on fire and it spreads to the rest of them. And these are the Straw Hats, so look at that. So powerful. There's another little patrol just coming up behind them. You know I love to do that. Here we are again with the Wrath of Flame. Look at this. That charm is ridiculous. Yeah, straight to ghost stance. This guy tried running away, not that it helped him very much. But that's crazy. I mean, if my ghost stance wasn't active there, and I killed all of them with right there and then, I would have had it immediately. Because the way that fire spreads is crazy. It's very OP. So you jump off the horse, hit them with kunai. I love doing that. This one's trying to run away. Nope. Yep. Yeah, you can really torture these guys when they're crawling away like that. I executed him. Tut tut tut. Now this one here is an example of well, if you look for this, right, I stood right in front of them. It still took them a little bit longer to actually spot me. But sometimes when you terrify the enemies, they terrify in, well, in bigger figures. For example, it could be 2 or 3. See, if you look there, 2 of the guys just ran away. Kill this commander. And there we are, the 3rd one is just taken off, even though that was separate. But they can run away in 2s or 3s on very rare instances. It can happen, but it has been known to. So I mean, you're technically eliminating half of the threat that you're facing just by scaring them away. Look, see? Those 2 guys, they fell down and they run off. That is crazy. It's also quite humorous though. But honestly, the ghost armor is amazing. It truly is. If you want to be sneaky and you want to use ghost weapons effectively and you want to get practically unlimited ghost stance, this is the way to do it. Oh my goodness, Heavenly Strike, Dance of Wrath, look at that. Some more resolve back from ending a suffering. There you go. Now this last part here, I hit this place on my previous playthrough, and I did upload a video. I was using the samurai armor, but I decided to charge in again. But I was going to use the ghost armor to do it. And I also decided to not use any focused hearing. So I can't see any of the enemies through the walls or anything like that. I just went straight in and did what I could. And bear in mind it's on New Game Plus hard. Look at this. Ghost stunts. It's crazy, it really is. And of course, when you add that charm, it allows you to kill 4 of them in ghost stance instead of 3, so that's an extra body. And they're all screaming so hard because they're afraid. This guy just fell down. Bye bye. That clown blew himself up with his own bomb. He's so afraid he couldn't even throw it at me. Look at this, see? Perfect parries are another thing that terrify enemies, as well as mythic attacks. So Dance of Wrath, Heavenly Strike, the Way of the Flame, Explosive Arrows, they have a... It says that there's a chance that it may terrify an enemy. It says it's a chance. It doesn't say what the percentage is, but I think it's very low. Because if your mythic attacks terrified enemies every time you use them, there wouldn't be anybody left to fight. Because the mythic attacks are so powerful anyway. But again, it's a 40% chance to terrify enemies because of the kills. And that charm that increases that percentage by 50%, well, it puts it up to 60. So half of the time you're going to be scaring enemies away. And here you go, ghost dance again, see? It's so easy to get. And given how fast you can kill enemies, it's not that difficult to get resolved back. I kind of went a little bit crazy here. I know, I shot the dog with an explosive arrow, that was crazy. But that's just me. I remember this particular archer, he gave me a little bit of a tough time. Sometimes I forget that even with the heavy arrows you still need to aim just a little bit higher above their heads. Takes practice, but you know, get there eventually. But I mean, I've enjoyed using the ghost armor so much. I mean, it's sometimes I think I shouldn't use it, but I can't help it because I just have so much fun with it. I mean, not only has it got amazing, you know, perks and effects and things like that, but it just looks super cool. You know, I mean, it's a combination of stealth and ghost dance tactics, really. The one thing that the Mongols fear is the ghost, and well, you'd expect the ghost armor to be very powerful, and that's exactly what it is. It's so powerful. As you can see, I'm not using any focused hearing, I'm just going around killing them all. Just took a shot and it worked. Oop. Wow. So at this point, it turns out there wasn't many enemies left. They all sort of died at the front door by the looks of it. So I was wondering where they were, and then that prompt appeared. Challenge remaining enemies, so I eventually just called them out. But yeah, I mean, this is my favorite armor. I think it's the most powerful depending on what you do with it. It can be open to debate, and some of it is just my own opinion. But honestly, it does depend on your approach as well. It's up to you what you want to do. But, I mean, despite the fact that it has a very large sneaky aspect to it, you can still just charge in on a full-on assault. I mean, especially if you have the ghost stance in your pocket. But yeah, that's what I do with the armor. I put those 2 perks on it, well, the charms, sorry, which you get from New Game Plus, and well, you can go crazy, you can go absolutely mental, but the rest of it's up to you. If you're a fan of the ghost stance, I highly recommend it. So there you go, folks. So I'm gonna make some more soon. I haven't decided which one I'll do next, but I'll get round to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.